All right, everyone. I'm just getting myself put together here this morning, getting ready to start the day. For all of you that remember, yesterday I was out on the job site and I was telling you all that my brother and I were going to probably look into leasing a bigger excavator today. But I went home after I left the job site, and I went up to the shop and I was helping my brother work some on the excavator and dump truck, and we worked later into the night than we had planned on, but we were able to get both the excavator and dump truck fixed. So we're not going to need to lease or rent any bigger excavator because the Kobelco is up and running and the Mack dump truck is up and running. So I'm going to go downstairs here and see if he's ready to start the day.
Well, good morning there, sleepyhead.
Good morning, sir.
How's it going?
Well, just got my teeth brushed, and I was just letting everyone know the day ahead that we're gonna have. It's also Saturday, so we won't be up to the job site. My brother Mark, I will let explain some of the new things that will be happening on our property. So I'll let you tell everyone.
We got a few things we got to do today. We got to get that new equipment we got leased to get those potatoes out of the ground here soon. Got to go head down to the John Deere shop and get into the trucks and get all that sent down there to the field and hopefully work on some of that land you want cleared up at some point today. See how far we get.
Yep. And so Mark and his wife are going to be buying, obviously, some of the land from my wife and I. We'll show you all where he's going to be buying, or what land he'll be buying. But first, we're going to go hop in our trucks, head down to the dealership, and start hauling some of that equipment up to the farm. All right, so we're down to the dealership. This is what we got going for equipment that we're going to take up to the farm. My brother Mark is more experienced with farming than I am, so I will let him more or less explain to you the types of farming equipment that we have leased, and he'll be better at explaining that to you than I will be.
Well, what we got here first, we leased a John Deere 9570 RT. It's got a really nice engine, purrs like a kitten. That's gonna move a lot of my equipment around to get these potatoes out of the ground. And then over here, we have this fancy little thing, the Vetner 4150 Grime. Very nice piece of equipment getting potatoes out. Makes quick work of the field. Loads up to about 20,000 liters. So it'll be pretty good, and then I'll get this trailer we have over here at some point down to the field so we can dump all our potatoes in and get them off to the shop and sell them.
And that's what we're going to go do right now, is bring these two pieces of equipment that we already have loaded up, take them down to the field. We're going to run back and grab this trailer, and then we'll show you all where Mark and his wife are going to, what land they'll be buying and building their new house and whatnot on. So we're going to go ahead and get heading up there.
All right, let's get going.
All right, we got everything brought up to the farm. The tractor, potato harvester, and as you can see, we have a different trailer. So we got the trailer that you originally saw. We realized that was not the trailer we wanted because it hooked up to a tractor and not a tractor trailer truck. So we accidentally ordered on the phone when we called the dealership and said we needed a trailer. It was kind of some miscommunication on the trailer situation. So we leased a different one. We needed one that hooks up to a tractor trailer truck and not a tractor. So we got that situated. So behind me is the field that the potatoes are in. I've shown you all probably several times drone footage of the aerial view of that entire field. So you all by now know how large that area is. That is the entire field, is the land that my brother and his wife will be buying. In the far corner, you'll see again trees in the distance. That's the area they're going to start building. They haven't done all the paperwork and purchased the land yet, but this is the land that they want to buy. So we're going to finish the rest of today, being Saturday, we're going to finish the rest of our day out doing some cutting of the trees down there. So wherever he wants to cut for trees, we're going to clear those out of there. Possibly, if we get time, get the log loader and start hauling them out of here. But that's our plan for the rest of today. So we're going to head down there and get started. All right, so we're down to where my brother and wife will be building their house, which is just down from where we were. We're going to go ahead and start cutting some of these trees down to make way for where they'll be building their house. All right, it's Monday. My brother and I worked the rest of Saturday getting pretty much most of the trees that he wanted cut down on his property that he's going to be buying where him and his wife will be building their house. We got all the trees that we needed to cut down, cut the limbs off them and cut them down to size. We haven't hauled the trees out of there yet to the mill. We ran out of time, but today we've started hauling dirt and topsoil out of here at this job site that we're not going to need. So my brother's in the dump truck headed up to the gravel pit with a load of topsoil. He's already made several trips. As you can see, we've cleaned up this area over here. We haven't graded off where the house and garage is going to be yet, but the Kobelco's fixed, and I've talked to the land owners, and they've decided that they want this entire bank dug out, leveled off to the grade of their house. So that means there's going to be more digging than initially thought. We were only going to come back so far on this bank, but they want this whole bank dug out pretty much back to here somewhere. Some of these trees may have to go. Probably are going to be, from what they said, planting more trees, give them a little more privacy and whatnot. So Kobelco's fixed up. I'm going to jump in it here and start digging away at this bank. While I'm waiting for my brother to return, I'm just going to go ahead and start piling this dirt off to the side. We still may need some of this for other areas of the property. My brother will be heading back to Colorado here soon, probably in a couple days. He's going to go back and go back to work at his job in Colorado. He's going to put his 2-week notice in. His wife's already working her 2-week notice. My brother's been in Wyoming helping me for the last week and a half roughly. And when he gets done with his 2-week notice, him and his wife will be packing up and moving in with my wife and I. We'll probably have to rent some storage units for some of their stuff until we get their house built. So they'll be living with my wife and I until we get the house built. And hopefully they'll be all moved to Wyoming here, probably within the next month. But using this Kobelco is making a little bit of a difference as far as the bucket size, just the size excavator all the way around. It's just a bigger machine. You get more dug faster with it. So I'm glad that we were able to get it fixed. Make short work of this bank. John Deere's good, but for this job, the Kobelco is the size excavator we need. Alright, I got a lot of the bank dug out, all the way back through here. Day's almost over, but before it gets too late, I want to jump on the bulldozer and start maybe grading off where the garage and house is going to be a little bit. Get some of that dirt that I hauled over there flattened out and see if I can get it somewhat to grade. Run the laser on it. Brother's still hauling some dirt up to the gravel pit. He's been going back and forth, back and forth. So I'm going to end the day with getting some of that dirt knocked down over there. And yeah, we're making some progress. Definitely making some progress. But still got a long ways to go. I'm going to jump on the old, well, not old, but jump in the Komatsu here and get some dirt flattened out. Okay, I got where the house and garage will be all up to grade. Just going over it with the compactor, getting it all nice and compacted. Took a few more loads of gravel. Had to make a few more lifts with adding more gravel and compacting it. This is the last lift that brings it up to grade. Of course, we'll be having to dig a foundation in where the house will be. Right in front of me, there's a low spot, which is gonna be where the water will run off from the hill in front of me. So essentially the water will come down and run down into that little valley away from the house. Oh look, some wildlife, deer, coming to see what's going on. And that hill, or that bank rather, over there will be gone. My brother's made several more trips hauling topsoil and dirt that we won't need out of here. But the day is just about over. It's about time for me to go home and get cleaned up, have some dinner. My brother won't be coming back down to the job site tonight. He just took his last load a few minutes ago to the gravel pit. I am just getting this last lift compacted. So we are making some progress. The Mack truck is running good, and the Kobelco excavator is running good. So I'm happy about that. So that's going to do it for me. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I thank you all for watching. We still have lots of work left to do on this job site. So I hope to see you all on the next episode. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button and subscribe down below. And I hope to see you all on the next one. Take care.